The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
Welcome into the Wicked Weed Studios. Wicked Weed Brewing, drink different. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is Brian Haynes. This is the Sportsocracy's three-round mock draft of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville has the first pick in the draft. Their biggest need is a quarterback. I think we all know where this is going to go.
Absolutely. We all know that Trevor Lawrence is going to be the number one pick in the draft, but they need help everywhere. I'm looking at offensive line, secondary, defensive line, and tight end, and that's where I'm going to right away, first and foremost.
You know, Trevor is a generational talent at quarterback. I don't think there's a lot of ways that you can screw this kid up. The thing that makes me the most nervous is that they're treating Cam Robinson like a franchise left tackle. He's not. But you'll have this for a year, and a year down the line, they may see the error of their ways. I just hope it doesn't go the way that it went with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
With their second pick, I have them taking Trevon Moehrig. He's a safety out of TCU. The metrics on him don't tell the whole story. I like this kid a lot. Playing at a smaller school, of which TCU is, for better or worse, the Big 12 is not known for its defense. This kid's a ball hawk, and he can be in the backside of that defense what they've needed for years, is a safety that can just protect the corners. Having this guy over the top of C.J. Henderson is going to help tremendously. He's a hard-hitting guy. I think he can be balanced. He's not just a box safety. He's not just a range safety. This is a guy that can do a lot of things. Some people say his range is not special. He's not a single high guy. There's not a lot of, that just doesn't bother me that much. I look at him and say, this is a guy that can help against the run. It's not necessarily his strong suit, but I think he's a quality safety.
Yeah, I mean, he's Jim Thorpe Award winner, first team all conference, second team All-American. He's a great tackler, and he's got really good vision. There is some knock on him that he does take the bait on some double moves every once in a while, and that he did play a lot better in 2019 than he did last year. All in all, I think he's got the skills to go there. I think this is a great pick for them. There's some pretty good safeties in this draft. He's at the top of the list.
I like the kid. I can't get away from him being their second round pick. What would be ultimately one of the best value picks in the draft? I have them taking Elijah Vera Tucker, the offensive lineman from USC, with the first pick on day 2. Here's the knock on Vera Tucker, and this is going to be a problem because the tape on him's good. We don't know what position he plays. Depending on what team you're talking to, they either see him as a right tackle or a guard. I think he has good feet. He looked comfortable replacing Austin Jackson. I think he could play left tackle in this league. There are not a lot of guys that I see as left tackles in the NFL. For me, it's Penny Sewell's up here, Christian Darrisaw's about down here, and every other guy in this draft is down here. Now, Vera Tucker does have the ability to get to that point. Having Taylor on the right side and Cam Robinson on the left, this kid can play on the inside. He's just one of those that I look at and go, with Jacksonville, you're in an accumulating of talent stage. And Vera Tucker is that guy. You will find a place for him to play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we've talked about Vera Tucker possibly being a number one first-round pick. So to get him here is going to be tremendous value. He has a tremendous upper body strength, and he has the ability to get to the second level very well. You said knocked on the head. We don't know what position he plays. He could go just about anywhere, but sometimes you need people that can play at multiple different positions. You just don't know where he's going to play. You just want him to excel at one, and that's maybe the knock that we've had on him for a little bit.
This is a guy that could replace A.J. Cann, at guard. He can do a lot of things. I think he would be a tremendous pick with the first pick in the second round. Their next pick, I have them taking Pat Freiermuth, the tight end from Penn State. This is a guy that's been called Baby Gronk, and I get it. He doesn't remind me as much of Gronkowski as he does, and this is a lazy comparison, and I'm doing that thing that I hate, comparing him to a guy that went to the same school as him that looks like him.
Yeah.
Mike Gesicki. That's what he reminds me of. He's not a tremendous blocker. I don't know that he's ever going to be a plus blocker, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He graded out average in college. that's going to go down in the NFL.
Right.
So I don't necessarily think he's a 3-down tight end. I think he's a very good pass catcher, and we all know that young quarterback's best friend is their tight end.
Absolutely. Former basketball player. He has the ability to get past linebackers in the seam. He has career 16 touchdowns, which is the Penn State record. He's the Mackey Award winner finalist. I mean, he is. You hear a lot about Freiermuth. I think after you get past Kyle Pitts as a tight end, which we've all said maybe even a wide receiver, I think that Freiermuth is on that next level of tight ends in this draft. And Jacksonville needs a tight end bad. They have had a revolving door of tight ends over the last couple of years.
A lot of Zach Eiferts and James O'Shaughnessy.
Yeah, just a lot of everything that we don't need.
Nothing
really.
great. To me, Freiermuth is the best balanced tight end in this draft because he can block. I just don't think he's ever going to be a plus blocker.
Right.
I've had Freiermuth going to Jacksonville for as long as I can remember, and I can't get away from it. If they find a way to get him with their second round pick, home run.
Right.
Their final pick in our 3-round mock draft for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Peyton Turner. This is a guy that you don't hear a lot about because he played at Houston. He had some really good games. You know, this is a guy that I think can be a situational pass rusher. Very long arms, very lengthy guy. He's 6'5". 6'6", 270. I think this can be he's a bit of a project because there's not a ton of great tape on him, but the tape on him that we have, the good tape is very, very good. I think had you had a full season last year, this is a guy that you would be talking about in the early second to mid-second round range in the Greg Rousseau level of the world. I think he can be that good.
Right. He went to the went to the Senior Bowl and raised some eyebrows. He actually got there and people started talking about him. Again, he does play a little too upright at his size, but he does have ridiculous agility. And I think he's someone that, given some time working with him a little bit, I think he could become a great, great professional.
I do too. What's going to be used against him is the tape against Brady Christensen from BYU.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There wasn't a lot at Houston for you to have to worry about.
Right.
And like you said, he does play high. Brady Christensen did work him over. He still threw a 71 grade from Pro Football Focus in that game. It's not like he was a net negative. It was still good.
It wasn't terrible.
It just, the tape wasn't. That's the reason that you could get him in the 3rd round as opposed to having to take him in the 2nd. Live here from the Wicked Weed Studios, the Sportsocracy weekday mornings every day, 9 a.m. Check us out here on YouTube. Click that subscribe button to see every team's 3-round mock draft and all of our live coverage live on draft night from the Wicked Weed Studios. Wicked Weed Brewing, drink different.